I'm gonna try to create my own. It's kind of a hot mess. Throw any of this away. Look at that. Call me cheap. You're getting a new tank. We're gonna take aquascaping to another level. Look at that underwater shot. This is gonna look so sick. Check out that Anubias. Look at that beautiful.
Hoʻomalu. Hana Hui A Maui.
Aloha, my ohana. It is your boy back in it to win it. Now, if you're new to the channel, let me be the first to give you a nice big warm aloha and welcome. On this channel, we talk about everything aquatics, whether it be goldfish or koi ponds, saltwater, freshwater. We do local fish store tours, DIY projects, and product reviews in the hobby. But you know your boy's gonna add his little personality and twist on it, so I'm glad you guys checked in. If you haven't subscribed, this is the perfect opportunity to hit that subscribe button. Next to that subscribe button is a little bell. Click that bell, turn it on. It's just gonna notify you when I upload a new video. But before we jump into this video, I gotta give a huge aloha shout out to Brother Jay Collins. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate the super thanks, and your donation is going straight to the channel. It's actually going straight into Tiki Falls and Tiki Lounge, because we got a lot of building and buying to do to finish both of those projects. So I really appreciate the super thanks, and if you want to give a super thanks, it's right next to the like button. Just scroll over to the right, you'll see a little column that says super thanks, and you can donate there. And I really appreciate all your donations because it goes straight back into the channel, make content for you guys. All right, so it's kind of like a win-win for both of us. Gotta give a huge shout out to Wifey because it was her birthday. So all you guys down in the comments, wish Wifey a happy birthday. I really appreciate it. But not only that though, I gotta share something really cool with you guys. Now, you guys probably don't know, but my cousin is the lead singer of a group called Common Kings. If you haven't heard their music, check it out. They're super busy, they're always on the road, they're in the studio, and I wanted to do something special for my wife for her birthday. So I reached out to my cousin Junior, the lead singer, and asked him if he can actually put together a little, birthday riff for my wife. Not necessarily a happy birthday, but one of her favorite Common King songs. And check out what they did.
Renee, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Say you are the champion. And I know, and I know, and I know you one in a million. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You say that I work too much. You say that I'm gone too much. But too much is never enough. Yeah, when it's all for you, they wonder how we survive. They wonder how we arrive. Never no sacrifice. Yeah, cause it's all for you. Yeah, yeah. Again and again I get knocked down. The only one there when there's no crowd. Backing me up when I'm all out. Backing me up when I'm all out. You always holding it down. You always holding it down. I wouldn't trade you, not for the world. Ain't no way, cause you are the champion. Yeah. And I know, and I know, and I know you one in a million. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the key to my kingdom. Oh, and I know, and I know, and I know your love isn't beaten. You're my number one. Happy birthday, Renee. Love you, Gus. All right.
Isn't that like the coolest gift ever? It actually brought tears in my wife's eyes, so I really appreciate it, Cousin Junior. Brother Mata on the chords. Man, my boy's got some skills. Not only that, though, I got to give a huge shout out to Uncle Louie and Big Rome. 4 of them, Common Kings. Go check them out if they're ever in your area. I suggest you guys buy tickets. They put on a great show. Not only that though, cop their music. All of their music is just banger after banger after banger. You're getting the Hawaiian Fish Keeper seal of approval. But not only that though, support my cousin, it's a family thing. Thank you again, Common Kings. I really appreciate you guys. All right, Ohana, we're in the house right now, and behind me right there on the kitchen counter is my 10-gallon Tree of Lifescape. And now I mentioned it in a video that I was gonna do something big to it. And you know what? I think it's time for a change. I'm getting I don't know. I don't wanna say sick of it, but sometimes you just want to rejuvenate it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to rejuvenate that aquarium. Not only that though, I kind of got the bug to do another scape. After rescaping my mother-in-law's aquarium, I kind of got inspired, and I'm like, man, why don't I do that to one of my aquariums? And today's the day. Oh yeah, we're going to give it a whole makeover, all right? Let's go. This is the 10-gallon aquarium that sits on the kitchen counter. Let me turn the light on here. Look at it. It's kind of a hot mess, let's be honest, right? It used to be, you know, my little, like, you know, trophy aquarium here on the kitchen counter. There's a lot of traffic through the kitchen. And at first, the growth of these red crypts were really nice and neat, and then they kind of just took over the aquarium, which is fine. I'm kind of done with this tree of life here that I built. So we're gonna do something totally different. Like I said, we're gonna bring this aquarium back to life. But oh goodness, look how beautiful she is looking, huh? Yeah, that's Miss Carrie Underwood right there. Yeah, she's doing great. And of course, let's see here, down in the boondocks down here. Oh yeah, there she is. That's my other girl, Shania Tweezy, Shania Twain, looking fine. Oh, look at, there's a little shrimp right here too. Look at, there he is. There you are. Anyway, so we're gonna do some good stuff. We're gonna drain this water down. We're gonna net the fish. There's actually just 3 fish in here. Try to get the shrimp out too. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and then totally rescape this aquarium. Stay tuned, guys, because I'm gonna do something that I've never done before on this aquarium, on any aquarium actually. And I'm super excited to get the scaping. Although, you know, disclaimer, I'm not a professional scaper, okay? So I just love to do it like many of you guys do at home, just out of the love of the hobby. So let's get to it. Let me give you like a panoramic view of what this aquarium looks like. This is from the side angle, okay? Like I said, I'm gonna get rid of that tree trunk in the back with the Anubias, and we're gonna plant some of these red crypts in the back. And we're gonna use everything that I have here on site. We're not going to the local fish store to pick up anything. So let's get the scaping. So first off, I'm going to remove some of this pothos from the top. We're just gonna set that in the bucket. There's another piece to give the fish just a little bit more comfort while they're in the bucket, while we scape. Look at the long roots on this pothos. So what I'm basically doing is grabbing this, and we are gonna set it in the bucket like so, just like that. We're gonna go ahead and net these bettas. Bettas are like probably one of the easiest fish to net. There's one. And as I drain the water, we'll try to get some of the shrimp, as many as I can. Let's hit you with some time lapse. All right, oh Hana, as you can see, down in the aquarium, we drained every last bit of water that we could. I don't know if you guys can see from this angle. We'll go this angle here. We're gonna go ahead and slowly start to remove as many large red crypts. We're gonna get the large red crypts out of this aquarium and stick them here. But I also wanted to show you guys the tree of life on what it looks like. So check out that Anubias. Look at that root system going all the way down. So we got a big healthy Anubias here, and this one actually fell off. So we got this Anubias too as well, and you can see root system growing and stuck to the piece of driftwood there. But yeah, we're gonna cut this up into some pieces. Actually, I might make it a nice little bush. Just keep it like this, and trim it up maybe a bit and stick it in between some rock. So I got some good plans for this. So let's go ahead and take this aquarium outside and rescape it with some substrate that I have in storage. Let's get to work. So I wanted to show you guys how many plants I'm throwing away. Nothing wrong with these plants at all. They're a little bit on the smaller side. I need some larger crypts like so. Some really large, long leaves, long root system. Look at that. We're gonna trim them all up though. Show you what I'm gonna do to make it easier to plant. But yeah, all this stuff is gonna be thrown away. And I think we're just gonna scape it here in the kitchen. No use of setting up a table outside and dragging the aquarium there. I think I can do it all right here in the kitchen. So let's go ahead and go get some scaping material in one of the other aquariums. We're gonna use some stone, some rock that I have in one of the other aquariums. I'm gonna use this scaping tool here, and I'm gonna take some of this substrate here, and we are gonna push it towards the back of the aquarium. And this may get a little messy, but it's okay. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, I actually have some landscaping edging in here. You see that edge work? It's right there. That edge work there, it's aquarium safe, and that's what I use to divide sand with substrate. Now this substrate here is excellent for plants. We're actually gonna use a lot of this. We're not gonna throw any of this away. And all I'm going to do is take this and fan a lot of this in the back. I'm gonna bring some more sand that I have and put more sand and add it to the aquarium to give it a little depth in the front, some contrast in the back, and we are going to get rid of all these roots here. So let's go ahead and do that, but I just wanted to keep you guys up to date on what I'm doing step by step. I think we're gonna use this big, I believe it's a series stone, and maybe we'll get this one or that one there, depending, or maybe all three of them, depending on what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all three of these rocks out, and maybe we use them, maybe we don't, but just wanted to let you know where I'm going to get these rocks from. So I'm kind of anxious to get these rocks. I love the way they look. They're a real rock, real stone, so they're not artificial at all. We actually removed that big rock. I stuck that little rock there in its place, and then on this side of the aquarium you can see both rocks are gone, which is going to free up a lot more space for these guys. We still have, some line of sight breaks with this big artificial plant by Elite Cichlids here in the middle with all this spiderwood. So fish are doing great. And let's get back to the aquarium in the front. I'm so excited. I don't know, it's something about rescaping a new aquarium. It's like you're getting a new tank, right? And I'm just excited on the outcome, on what it's going to look like. So we have our three big pieces of series stone here. As you can see, we're scooping up that substrate into the back. I'm gonna go get some sand that I have and some more Ultim Nature Systems contra soil that we're gonna add to this. Also, there are shrimp still in here, so that's why I wanted to just leave the aquarium here with a little bit of water in it while those shrimp kind of just scurry throughout the aquarium. So let's go ahead and set up some rock just to hold this substrate back here. We're gonna do a step by step, Ohana. I don't wanna leave you guys out in the cold. I almost just did it without showing you guys. So we have this rock that's pretty much right up against the glass. And this is why I did it this way. We're gonna actually build the mound behind this rock. As you can see, I'm using this scaping tool, which comes in handy. And as you can see, I'm building this mound, and that rock is going to be used like a barrier to hold the substrate, so we can build a mound back here and plant some plants. It's gonna look so nice, guys. Can't wait. I just went into the storage shed. I got some of the contra soil, Ultim Nature Systems. I also brought this bucket here with some sand. This is some of the sand that I'm gonna use to fill in some nice sand. I'm not gonna use the rock or this piece of driftwood. I just have it in here. I kind of save everything, you know what I mean? You can call me an aquarium hoarder. Hell, you can even call me cheap. All I know is I don't have to go to the local fish store to get substrate or scaping material. If I can save it, rinse it out, put it in a Ziploc bag, and put it away or put it in a bucket of some sort, I'm gonna do it, because it's situations like this where you may need some substrate or some aquascaping rocks or tools or something. And if you have it in your backup storage somewhere, it comes in handy. So let's get to it. Check out what I got going on here as far as the rocks go. You can see I got a nice little wall going on, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build this substrate up with this UNS contra soil. We're gonna pour it down here in the back. You can kind of see there's a little bit of space, a little bit of gap. We're gonna pour as much as we can of that contra soil right up here, maybe get it up to the same level as let's go over the top here, as the substrate on this side right here. So the back will be a lot higher. We can plant some plants in here, some anubias, the red crypts, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's get filling these holes in. All right, so we're gonna use this little plastic cup and fill it up full of this contra soil, and we're gonna take it, and you'll see what I mean. We're just gonna pour it right here in the back. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. It's coming out the side a little bit, as you can see, but it's not that bad. It's holding for the most part. So let's go ahead and grab a couple more cups and fill in that back area. Oh yeah, look at that. It's super easy to work with cups, Ohana. If you got a nice little cup, small little plastic cup, where you can actually fold it like this, see that? You can kind of guide it where you want the soil to go or the substrate, and it works good. Look at that. It's building a nice little mound back there. Let me pour some more here in the corner. There we go. Look at the contra soil there. A little trick of the pros there. I can't say pro. A little trick of the amateur. Put some of that gray flat stone in there just to hold back the substrate. And as you can see, it goes all the way across to the other side. Look at that. Came out really nice. Here's a top view of it. And yeah, I like the way it turned out. So before we plant anything, let's trim up some of the plants. Getting ahead of myself, I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm taking some of this sand from this bucket here that's already pre-washed. And as you can see, I'm already pouring it in, filling in the gaps. Here, I'll hit you with this angle here. I'll hit you with the I had to hit him with the There we go. Filling that sand there. As you can see, this angle here. We're gonna trim up these reds. You see how long these roots are? We're gonna give them a nice little trimmy trim. Right about there. We're gonna cut them down to size. It makes it easier to plant, where you can just plant this straight in the soil. Super easy. It's not too long and it's short, but long enough to still continue to grow. So just gonna give this a couple trimmy trims, and then I'm gonna stick it in a pitcher right over here. You can't see it, it's off camera. Look at this big bundle of red crypts that I have. And look at this long root system. You know what a pain in the butt it would be to plant or try to plant this with these roots? So like I said, we're gonna chop it off just like that. This is gonna be a lot easier to plant in the soil than all of that. You get it? So we're gonna do this to a bunch of the plants, okay? Showing you the little tricks that I use. We're gonna actually fill about a gallon of water up in this aquarium, just so we got some water in here when we actually start planting plants. I'm not even sure if it's even gonna fill it up, but I wanna get that water line up. So we're gonna do another trick of the trade here. We're gonna get a Ziploc bag. It's a large one. That way it doesn't disturb our substrate when we pour the water inside. We're gonna pour the water right onto that plastic bag here. We have our gallon of water, and once I start to pour, you'll know what I mean. See that? The water's just gonna go on the plastic bag, and it's not gonna disturb the substrate. So when this aquarium starts to fill up, it's not gonna be cloudy. That's the goal. And that way you don't have to worry about it disturbing the substrate. You see that move? And look at the water. As it's filling up, it's looking crystal freaking clear. Let's get a side angle here. You see that? That's the move, Ohana. That's the move. The old Ziploc plastic bag. I mean, you don't have to use just the Ziploc. You can use all types of plastic bags, trash bags, whatever you want. But this way, you can actually pour a nice gallon of water in there. I think I'm gonna do maybe a little bit more. Just a little FYI too, Ohana. I did dechlorinate this water ahead of time. Not that I need to, but I'm just taking extra precautions. All right, we got a nice, healthy batch of crystal clear water. Look at that underwater shot, huh? And then the above shot, look at that, huh? And then once you do that with your aquarium, you just grab your Ziploc bag or plastic bag and voila, just like that, you got ultra clear water and not have to worry about disturbing the substrate. Now, I'm not gonna throw this plastic bag away. I'm gonna keep it on the side because we're gonna use it to, when we actually fill this up to the top. So for the time being though, let's get some plants in here in the background. All right, I'm gonna start planting some stuff. There you go, would you look at that? We got some plants. I know it looks a little messy right now. You can't really tell just because the plants are all long and they're just kind of hanging everywhere, but we managed to get them in the contrasor really nice. And I like the balance of it. A nice balance of green and red in this aquarium. And then we have the front area kind of open. Oh, wait a minute. I just had like a thought right now go through my head. And I got this inspiration, I believe it was from my PetSmart. They have their scape and they have these rocks that are kind of stacked on top of each other, but I think they're sold that way. I'm gonna try to create my own. Let's go into the backyard. I have an idea. I'm super excited because if this works out, this is gonna look so sick. All right, do you see these rocks here? I got these rocks a while back. This is rocks from Tiki Falls. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for more of like flat surface rocks like this. Ooh, maybe like this. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab some of these flat rocks here and we're gonna have some fun with them. We're gonna take aquascaping to another level. So this is what I had in mind. So we're gonna take these rocks and we're gonna kind of play with them a little bit. And this is what I'm gonna do. We are going to create, ooh, yeah, I like this. Oh, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this Gorilla Glue, which is aquarium safe, and we're gonna glue these rocks like this and have these stacked rock like scapes in the front part of the aquarium. Ooh, let's do it. So I'm using the Gorilla Glue Super Glue Gel. The gel actually, and it's quick drying too, so I'm gonna actually add a nice generous dose right there. And I have the rocks in order how I had them stacked, so I'm just gonna go ahead and find that gel, and it's gonna cure really fast. I also have the rocks set up the way that they were, so I just wanted to keep a steady hand with this glue, and I'm gonna set that on. So, oh yeah, nice. And I think the art of this is obviously finding the right rocks that could stack and putting the glue in the right spot. So, oh, there we go. Oh, perfect. Now we're gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes or so. Cap this glue up. If you wanna know, right here, it is the Super Glue Gel by Gorilla Glue. This is good stuff. I use this on all my aquariums when I wanna glue like moss to, driftwood, things of that sort. And we're gonna make like maybe 3 of these and stack them in the aquarium. Look at that, that looks sick, right? Check it out, look at that little stacked rock action. Now, if you're wondering what type of stone it is, I believe it's called Spanish stone. It's black, it's flat. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I got it at Home Depot and I can't even remember how much I paid for it. I bought like 4 bags, that's why the Edge Tiki Falls. It's a nice decorative stone. And I actually had some of it in this aquarium, just like 3 or 4 pieces, just to kind of border around, just to give it some type of, vibe in the aquarium. But I'm actually taking bigger ones out, and I want to make it to where it's not like perfectly symmetrical. I want to make it to where it's got a little imperfection. So like maybe a big flat one, a smaller, big, something like that to kind of just break it up so it doesn't look so uniform. And I think this is gonna look sick, Ohana. Check it out. This is the one that we actually just did. And I gotta show you what's up. Look at your boy. Oh, look at this work of art, Ohana. Tell me that does not look sick. This one, I love this one. I don't know why, but I love this one. I love the fact that it's got like a big fat one in the middle, at the bottom, and then a skinnier one, and then a fatter one, and then a skinnier, smaller one, and then a bigger one on top. That one was sick, and if you want to know if that glue holds up, look at this. I'm going to actually pull it from the top. Look it. That glue is solid. Woo-wee! Let's actually put them in the aquarium. OMGZ, Ohana, it came out so nice. I know you're looking over my shoulder like, oh, it's out of focus, it's out of focus. Don't worry, I'm gonna flip the screen around and you're gonna check out this beautiful work of art. Check it out. OMGZ, Ohana, look how beautiful it came out. I know there's gonna be a lot of glare, but the water is crystal clear. Oh, the fish are doing great. They're actually digging out on the new scape. You can see the substrate, the contrasoil, is holding up, and all of these will root themselves into this soil. You can see the roots are buried under the contrasoil there, but oh, look at, oh, hey, what's up, Carrie Underwood? You liking your new scape? Huh? You're liking your new little home? Oh, so beautiful. I dig out on the way it turned out. Let's see if we can get a lot of glare. But look at the rocks. Look at them. Ohana, tell me how dope that looks. I love the way this rock is. Kind of a different color rock than the others. I kind of got a little rock happy. I had 2 more that I did that I tried to fit in here, but it was just too many. So I ended up, let me come from this angle. I ended up just putting 3 stacked rocks, and then you got the big Siri rock here and the other one on the other side. Let me go to the other side and show you. On this side, you can see the contrasoil here. You got the Anubias. I believe that's Anubias barderi, if I'm not mistaken. You got the red crypts. Beautiful. I love the scape. I love the new aquarium. I love the way it turned out. I hope you guys get inspired by this scape. You guys can do this. Anyways, it came out really, really nice. You know what? An aquarium with just a bunch of these would look sick, right? Just a bunch of these. Maybe we'll do that in a bigger tank. Maybe use bigger Spanish flat stone. But yeah, it came out really nice, Ohana. You can see that contra soil, it's being held up by the rocks here. So we placed them and pinned them right there against the glass so you can see it's holding it up like a dam. And we got our sand substrate. And look at the bottom substrate here. That's the original substrate. I just stacked it on top. But yeah, everything turned out nice, man. Tell me what you think down in the comments, Ohana. I hope this video inspired you to make your own little scape using the little flat stone and some glue. It totally works. It looks super cool, super unique, just different. You know, it adds a little different rock element to your scape. And like I said, this aquarium here, we're gonna bring to life. Something's coming here and it's gonna say live fish on the box. So stay tuned, all right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love and aloha!